lot of technology.
Hello, all, and welcome. I'm Minnesota Game Master TJ, and this is Dice Avengers. Welcome from
That was very enthusiastic, TJ.
presenting CrestVahllen Campaign 3. Right, guys. So, let's get before I don't want to waste any time. So let's get right back into it. Last time we left off, what?
Don't want to waste any time. I'll remove my world inspiration from it.
I mean, we have two of your characters currently in the thing, so you're in danger. So here's the deal: I have your future literally in my hands. So tread carefully, my good friend. Anyway, so
RP Zendeck?
No. Because this is like...
shush.
Just wondering.
Shush.
Hey, man, I'm just at... People want to know.
Anyway, we're gonna get started now. Last time we left off, guys, you had been flung into the post-apocalyptic future. Been eviscerated by some viscerators, tangled by some weird resin/inky creatures, had some very tactful and strategic power armor-laden Valkyries come to your aid, witness the emergence of an Endwalker, and be teleported to some sort of stronghold where you met General Greaves, but not before Bastion was put under some sort of containment protocol. So, we're going to pick up right where we left off. Right before General Greaves, you find around you, let me just describe the sitting around you real quick. Now that you've kind of like turned the corner and you're into what seems to be like a workshop proper. I believe I described immaculate pegboards with silhouettes of the tools that are supposed to be there. There's it seemed to be a curio with some sort of sentimental items upon it. And a workshop extremely well organized. This gnomish individual wearing overalls filled to the brim with tools, overflowing with tools. It doesn't make sense. There's a pocket protector and there's way too many wrenches and pliers in it. But appears to also have what looks like some sort of assisted servo, like hydraulic servo harness that is helping their legs move and walk. Just kind of like on the lower half of their body. They have one shock of white hair wisps in their high widow's peak that continues to go back. They said, hello. It's good to meet you. I'm General Greaves, I guess is what they're calling me, even though I told them so many times. You can just call me Giz. It looks like one of your... Were you out there? How long?
Hard to say. Not terribly long. But also...
Are you from another community, I guess, then? One of the holdouts, underground bunkers? We've seen a couple before.
Bunkers?
No, we're from somewhere else completely.
Yeah.
Oh, are you from the community we've been trying to reach? Have you heard our signal?
No,
No.
much further away than that. We rather ended up here on accident.
You're farther than the Wildlands? Are you
Calculating.
beyond the Ood Expanse? Are you from the Arctic?
I don't really know what an Arctic is.
We did know someone from that area, but he's no longer with us.
Okay.
We
We're not
I
from
am.
the Arctic.
were in the Shalian Cradle not a few days prior.
You see this, like, his jaw almost completely drops, and his eyes look at all of you, and then very gradually and slowly look at the blonde, brunette, redhead, and shock white hair Valkyries. And they look back at, and you see like a gazes being exchanged between them. And you see quite, actually, what's your passive perception of 16 or above? Nobody. Okay. You just see some glances being exchanged.
Why don't we be straight about it?
You were in the Shalian Cradle recently.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if recently is quite the right way of putting it, but for us it was very recently.
We've
came
slept a
from-
few times since then.
You slept in the Shalian cradle.
We have slept a few times since leaving the Shalian cradle. But I suspect it has been...
And you didn't, when you were in the Shalian cradle, you didn't sleep?
We did, yes.
I'm
Listen,
Can you speak straight with
we
me?
are-
I don't do nuance very well.
We were in Tom Tala. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
We were in Tom Tala.
How long ago were you in Tamtala?
Maybe some hundreds of years.
For us, a few days.
What?
Listen, we are from the past. We have been sent forward in time by strange fey magics to see the progression of this corruption outside. You see?
Here, let me.
I mean, I can see, but I don't fully understand.
Okay, is the Shalian cradle still there?
As it was hundreds of years ago, or over 100, or whatever?
Well, no, and what shape is it in now?
None.
Oh,
It's
There's
a
no-
crater.
What if the rest of the world? Is this just the world now, or?
Most of it, at least this continent, as far as we know. We've been trying to reach another community from the other continent, on the other side of the planet. I've been working on doing orbital uplink, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
our friend... He seems indisposed. Well, what is Bast in right now? You
Bass
think-
is not with you guys.
Okay,
Bass is back
yeah.
where like closer where the teleporters, like teleporter Star Trek room, where like they kind of were thrown into one of the laser like containers.
There's a light shield.
I'm,
there's like a
I'm
light shield.
sure that our friend who is over there, he would probably want to know what has happened to the oceans.
Would you like us to debrief him after he's gone through the protocol?
Thanks,
Of course,
Yes.
Tin.
Yes. That may be a good idea.
Tim,
Okay.
what protocol are you talking about?
Oh, just the checking that they're in good health. Of course, anybody that actually makes it up here is, lost, and we want to make sure that they are not hurt or damaged by what you saw out there.
And if he is damaged, as you said, what do you do with him?
I can't remember that right now.
We'll work on your bedside protocol. Don't worry about it. Okay. If your friend is contaminated, you might want to say your goodbyes.
Is it that bad? What happens?
I can
if
slow it,
does?
but wait. How long have you? So you're serious? You have no idea what's going on?
No.
Here, take a look at this, and I'll go into my pack and pull out some old letters and parchment.
Cool. Do me a favor. What does Talio's suit look like right now?
So, right now, going through all the stuff that I've been through, it's kind of tattered. Fancy. He tries to be fancy, and he's failing, and it's very run down, raggedy. We probably all have an extreme smell.
You
about
wear
us.
your armor under your suit, right?
Yeah, just leather.
Just like some leathers under your suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just like a kind of like a bulletproof vest would you would hide with a like. a
Would
bullet
Maeve
suit.
let us get tattered, or would you like do patch jobs along the way?
There's only so much that.
There's only so much, yeah.
So there's only so much that can be done. Also, we haven't had a lot of time
Yeah, we have.
as of late.
Oh, we stayed with our
Yeah.
farm friend.
But I
yeah,
spent
but
my
it's been
time-
post-apocalyptic crisis to this. pretty
Yes,
quickly.
but I spent that time making the iron weave.
That's right. Yeah.
So mine looks raggedy at best, but
Is it standard material? It does look rather tattered at the moment. I could maybe fix it.
If you would fix it, I'd be so very appreciative. Yes.
It'll take me a little bit of time, but I can certainly do that.
And do you have something I could wear in the meantime?
There should be some spare, just very basic garb over in the hallway over there.
No.
I can get it for you.
Thank you so much, Tim.
I have a question for all of you in this moment. Are any of you attempting to conceal where you're from, what time you're from, your lineage, your origins,
No.
No.
in any way?
I am attempting to conceal that we were in the Fame Wars. I don't want that information out.
Okay. Do you have anything that Elias gave you?
Pods.
The seed pods
And my violin.
and your
technically.
violin. Is it visible?
Yes. They saw me fighting.
The
it.
seed pods aren't. I don't believe they're
No.
in the bag.
In our packs.
And
Okay.
do you still have the cold iron? Phosphor.
It's also in the bag, though, right? Yeah.
It's in my bag.
Yeah, in your bag. Okay. Good to know. So,
Do we know? I guess does Osfer know what year it was when we left?
yes, I believe, given someone who is supposed to take notes on this stuff, yes. It was year 1016.
Cool.
It may very well may be that bad. I've been working really hard with one of the matrons to see if I could try to slow it down, but basically I assume you saw the resin creatures, the amorphous.
We saw those and something called an Endwalker.
Look, what? Tin? What?
There was one Endwalker that came through. Then he got a great shot off on it.
Did you see it coming from far off?
It just ripped through.
You saw the birth.
Yes. And it was not far from where.
Fuck.
And I don't know what type of magic your flying suits are, but
Look, I don't have time to catch you up on all this stuff. I don't know. I really don't have time for this. So, Tin, I want you need to take care of these people.
Of course.
We'll make sure that you find your way back to the Ironbacks because they've been looking for others. But the rest of you,
The
we'll
Ironbacks?
figure it
Sorry?
out.
Wait, the Ironbacks?
Wait,
Why is she leaving?
where am I going?
It's part of the protocols. You're endangered. You're an endangered species. So all you have to be, kept. The Ironbacks are claiming you as a separate city-state within Loft. It's fine. There's nothing I can do about it.
Can we go with her?
I'm sorry.
That's up to the Ironbacks, not me.
I'm sorry. Endangered. Is that a threat?
No, it is just
No,
simply
I mean,
a
there's
statement
like, as
of.
far as I know, less than 50 of you left.
And are there any good cold iron left? Do you know
Cold
what
iron?
cold iron is?
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
Cold iron?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of iron and we're up very high, so it's cold.
Probably not the same.
We'll
thing.
fill you in later.
No. You'll do that now. What is cold iron? This is the thing I don't know about, and I need to know. What is it?
I don't exactly know myself. It only recently came into my purview, but it's something that seems to be. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a major component of one of those Fey-attracted magic pieces you had.
How do you know about this? Where did you find it?
We found it in a field of cairns.
In Sonlu. Not
No.
Sonlu.
No,
One,
In the
it's
shaving cream.
Sarnle.
Okay,
this was,
Sonlu.
I think,
Le.
before we met you.
Yeah, that was in the cradle that we
In the
found it.
cradle.
It was in
The Cairn Fields.
Cairn.
Cairn.
the cairn fields.
Yes.
Yes.
Lynn,
You found it.
sorry.
You found it in the cairn fields. So you were in one.
I
But you
think
weren't in the
we-
crater. It's not a crater. It was still a cradle. You're serious. You think
Cairn
you're from the
fields.
past.
What was that, Maeve?
Oh, I was going to say, what do you think he means by there's 50 of us left? You mean Urlers?
It sounds like elves are probably most.
Did you say earlier, Lord?
No, be quiet. This
No,
doesn't involve you.
Deception check.
Wait.
yeah.
I was trying
Or
to see him, right?
intimidation,
I was
however you
trying to
want.
tell him to shut up.
Yeah. He's like, he does one of that blinking meme, like, excuse me? Intimidation or deception, or whichever one you want.
I'm shut up both.
A shithead bow.
Oh,
They have the same modifier.
18.
18.
Oh, okay. But you have
Okay. I'll
No.
just.
But from the sound of it, it sounds like
I
most
said-
elves are
cure your horror.
duh.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
like most elves are probably dead except about 50.
It's the end of the world. Your kink is not my business.
Elves. I mean, no way.
It's
There was a
true.
lot of us.
It is true. We have documented only 50 or so elves that have come through
Like
into Loft.
elves.
Like you. Yes.
Yes,
But-
like me, but does that include
Well,
our
listen, we're
friend-
All subshoots
Yes.
of
our
elven
ocean
blood.
friend and
Yes.
Well, I'm not really considering.
listen,
Are we
we're gonna
categorizing
go
them
back
differently
anyway,
now?
And they'll be fine.
Well, full-blooded elves.
I'm sorry, but if there's not that many left, that means there's not that many people I rank higher than.
You mean lower than?
There it is.
What do you mean by ranking? We are all egalitarian here.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean,
Wait.
technically, except for Ehrenbox, because they've insisted they have their own city, nation, state.
Wait, but
But
within
that's
how
not
do
part of the
you-
law.
It's like the Vatican.
Wait, if you're equals, how do you decide who to keep from the balls?
Sorry, the what?
Everybody likes balls. What are you talking
I'll
about?
show you the history books in a moment.
Wait.
Or maybe.
No,
tin
you've got to
ones.
keep them
Do they
Do they
exclusive.
have pictures in them?
Sorry,
It
Lynn.
wouldn't hurt.
I
but,
do
like,
best
you
with
know,
pictures.
Like, everyone would want to go to a ball, so it
Okay.
wouldn't hurt to have more, you know.
I'm sorry. I think we're
this is a
talking
good
about different
point.
types of balls
You've
here.
got to keep them exclusive.
You wearing your monastic robe still?
What? They are probably exclusive with the
Try to
Iron
watch them,
Box,
but they
and
probably
If you'd like, we can go with you, but it doesn't seem like
Which
it would
order
be a
were
bad
you?
Are you
idea.
from
I
the Open
don't
Hoof?
want
I
to
am.
deal with these Aeon box.
Furthermore,
Really?
Really?
he's busy.
You didn't find those on a dead traveler
They
out
were
in the
given
wastes?
to me by Master Lightfoot at the Watanate Temple.
I don't know who Master Lightfoot is, but
Shame.
I
He's a great teacher.
know about the Watanate Temple. I used to live not too far from there, and it's of smoldering ruin now. But
Sorry to hear that.
and
Are you
everyone
aware that your flying machines are the things causing the Unwalkers to appear?
flying machines.
Yes, the ones that these lovely women that saved us have used. And
You mean the jumpsuits?
The metal
Yes,
bird
those.
ladies.
No, they don't do that. What's the my Fagnet makes well sometimes. I'll
You call it a fagnet?
No.
Fagnet. No, see now that's why the council doesn't call it
I'm
that.
not here.
They call it the gravity wells, but I I'm allowed to name my own inventions, and that's what I called it.
I didn't mean any offense.
Neither
I
did
don't
I.
think it's a bad choice to use them, considering what we went through out there. But
But it saves.
Actually, those Fagnets actually keep most of the harmful creatures in certain spots, so they don't continue to spread out and cause problems. Gives us avenues for exploring and scavenging.
it has
Listen.
been an effective strategy.
Let's rewind as well for a moment. Our friend will be staying with us, not going off to whatever place or city or enclosure you described.
You don't have to convince me. I'm not in charge.
Who is in charge?
Well, given that you appear to be, from what I can see, and I've seen quite a few, full-blooded elven descent, you are a member of the Ehrenbach nation, and they have their
No.
own laws, and we have a treaty with them, meaning anytime we see one, we have to escort them to the nation.
Perhaps
That's how it
the-
works.
I am not
Or
leaving.
we risk litigation, and I'm not dealing with that in the end of the world.
I'm gonna pull out like a cloak and like put it over Maeve, like kind of like cover her like ears and shit, and be like, "You didn't see any elf around here."
Roll either. Are you trying to be like in demeaning or persuasive?
Persuasive.
Okay, yeah, you can roll persuasion
Yeah,
check.
like
I
you don't need
I need
to
to play
tell
a charisma
anybody.
character.
Yeah.
can I help?
Sorry?
Like you don't need to tell anybody you saw an elf. So you just pretend.
I mean,
that you
I
know.
actually really do, but go ahead.
We do have to follow the protocol, but we can certainly delay things if needed
Also,
for you
Tin
to
is
sort
not
out your.
programmed to
affairs.
lie. So, what? Sorry, what?
Talia
you
wants to
wanna know?
help as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, sure. What would you like to say?
Well, you have the conception that this person is similar to the Iron Box, and if as much time and as different as this thing is, it's distinctly possible that this might not even be the same place we think it is.
Look, I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. I
And do you think
am
they
inclined
would
to believe
either?
you, but it's not. Again, I'm sorry. Not my decision, not my place. As much as the council insists on making me General Greaves, I don't want the title. I'd much rather just be an inventor that keeps people alive.
And
So
that's what we're trying to do.
I don't
If-
make these decisions.
If you're frustrated with our lack of history, the iron boxes, how you describe them, are going to be significantly worse. And that might not be healthy for her. We'd prefer to keep our friend whole in hell.
I sympathize you, I really do, but it's not my decision. What'd you get for your persuasion?
6.
6.
With help?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah,
Advantage.
yeah. What's up?
Point of interest.
Thank you for that 7.
The 7. Look, I feel you. I really do. Not my favorite thing either. Also not trying to fight a war on two fronts. And the Aaron Box have made it very clear that they would be more than happy to
Do
bring
they
Loth down.
know I'm here?
Wait.
Not
wait,
not
wait.
as of yet, if I'm remembering. I haven't logged that yet. So
Don't
I
log
think
that.
Maeve.
I must at some point. However, I am certainly
required to order you 10 to go.
I have
report
to take
them.
care of them.
Yes.
So I can
what
I can
happened.
certainly report to them.
10.
So,
Where is this coming from? Is this the new matrix I built for you?
I don't
Are you
know.
a learning computer now?
I am trying to learn.
We'll work on your inflections.
Talio, what are you proposing?
I'm proposing that we take Tim's suggestion and think about this for a moment. We can scope out the political situation here, and if there's some way that we can get something from the Iron Box to help us, we have Pip to rescue still. Who knows what's going on with Ilias and the Kid Lion?
Look, I don't know what your deal is with the Aaron Box. None of my fucking business. But
Can you give us time? Just a little bit of
I
time.
can give you until the end of our long-winded conversation.
Do we need them to finish processing their friend? At the very least,
The blue one
yes.
from it looks up at a couple of monitors that just like appear out of absolutely nowhere and just are kind of like curved and screens that look like as if they've been like hologram projected up there.
I would
And
Can you
like
make
General
one
Greaves
that
kind of like turns it and
puts
it
in stasis?
flips. I mean,
I don't think it works that way.
it shows that there is signs of contamination and corruption. I can attempt to slow it. It will take resources, and we have to make sure that those resources are distributed in a way that we can make sure. You don't need to know about that. I'll do my best. For the time being, they have to stay here. I'm sorry. I can't let them out.
Okay, what if
We risked contaminating the entire population. and
What
then
if
we're
we
all
gather
gone.
the resources you need?
You mean go out scavenging?
Can we take him with us if we do this?
I don't think that would be wise.
I don't see why not. You mean do your job? And she looks up at the silver-haired winged individuals. She kind of like scornfully and bites her lip and says, "It was regrettable how much resources we had to expend, but we did save just as many lives." Look, Pernua, I'm not gonna get up on your ass about this. I just really... I get it. It's just... I know you know how long it took to make that stuff, but I understand lives are important. And an Endwalker. Fuck, the birth. God damn. All right. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I am part. I'm the leader. I'm dispatch coordinator too. So I mean, if you guys want to go out on a scavenging mission and get more resources and try to restock the things that you have, yeah, you're more than welcome to go take them with you. I cannot allow your blue friend within any type of freedom within the city walls, lest they could possibly contaminate the rest of us. I can keep their processing and all that stuff. Look, I'm not a big fan of all that either. I mean, I used to not be, but a friend. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't want whatever's going on with you guys to hurt you, but there are people that are more powerful than me and that are more important than me because I don't want that power, and I will not have the responsibility of your lives on my back. I've done that before, and it didn't turn out great, so I'm not going to do it again. So here's the deal. You can go outside with him. If you want him out of that thing, your only option is to go outside. You're more than welcome to go wherever you like. In the near future, you can hang out here as long as you like. As soon as you leave, I gotta tell the Aeon box that she's here. I have to. If I don't, this whole place is held together like a house of cards. The last thing I need is, I don't play the politics game, but I know not to fuck with people that can keep other people alive. We're all trying to survive. And the fact that you think your information of you not knowing that you're an Ehrenbach is more important than the lives of other people is just a tad insulting, but I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt because you seem new here.
Are there similar agreements in place for other
Like what?
races? Other...
Well, I mean, we try not to do that very much. Honestly, the elves, the Ehrenbachs are the only ones that have been really so concerned about their lineage and their
So
origins.
our friend here is going to be sent to a encampment of furry folk.
That's a little racist to say.
You're not going to send him to other monks. So why are you treating me differently?
No, because there are no other monks left.
Oh.
What?
That's why I was very surprised to see that if those are real, I'm more inclined to believe that you're not from whatever parallel timeline that we're from. Weird. But yeah, no, they're gone. They did a last stand and they bought us enough time to get here.
Well, Oscar, if we fail, you have a lot of teaching to do.
If it weren't for them, none of us would be alive. They did what they were supposed to do. When everything else failed, I'm sorry.
There. I give you a handkerchief.
If it means anything, I know exactly how you feel.
Just for my notes, Pernua was the commander.
The silver-haired ones, yes, that
Okay.
said no one dies
Okay.
when she was descending. Her hair is just a little shorter than Zemdak would remember. If you guys are from a previous time, wow! I mean, wow! I have a lot of questions, and I need to put you through a bunch of machines in order to figure some stuff out. But, I mean, but I also understand. Settle down.
There's a lot of
That
things-
it's important for you guys to acclimate, and this might be extremely jarring. Brass tacks, the world ended. Some force came out of nowhere from multiple locations, started assimilating everything. Things fell. People started to resist. We had some success. Minorly, they would have whatever they were. They found it difficult to survive in our atmosphere and in our environment. But as long as they kept proliferating and assimilating and making more of themselves, and then retreating to the pools that they created, which you probably interacted with when you were near one of my fagnets. Those little ichor things came out of the pool, right?
A pole?
The little like ooze pools, like those ponds.
There's a
It
little
did.
bit over on ankles.
Yeah. So I mean, they can survive while they're in those things, but they can't survive too long. Well, a couple days.
I noticed.
So
this
that's why I put
private
those up there,
position
so
you
they're
speak
all in one
awfully,
spot.
colorful.
Anyway,
Ladder.
Shaylee Cradle is more like a shitty crater.
That doesn't
And not much
quite
has
have the
changed.
flow off the tongue. What
Apparently
was that
there
like?
was some sort of Fey invasion, and the Fey weren't expecting an assault from behind, and all they did was fuel the forces of whatever came next.
You know, despite this person's position,
How
they
long
sort
ago
of
was
speak like
that?
common folk.
Thousands of years, hundreds of
I'm
years.
not. I don't
Yeah.
do time. I don't do calendars. I just say whatever. I measure time by how much progress I made on my projects. but I would say,
Interesting.
given how many people have died from somewhere between 50 and 150 years.
Okay, Lynn, I think you may be onto something. Although I feel linguistic drift may take a little longer than. Although 50 years, that's nothing.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels a little different when you're losing everything.
Listen,
That is odd to hear that because there are so few that live that long nowadays.
listen. I think I'll further inform this person. You see this corruption, this ichor and everything everywhere. From our time, it was in fact our intention to prevent this from happening.
Wait, I'm sorry. So if what you say, you think, or you are, whatever, I have no reason to disbelieve you, but I don't really have a reason to believe you anyway, but also really fucking cool if you are.
Speak.
Yeah. Sorry. So... How do I put this delicately?
Don't. Just pull it.
What was the question again?
We are from, you know, our time, all of that nonsense.
Oh, right, the ichor.
Yes,
the
it
thing.
was our goal to prevent all this from happening in the first place. When the ichor
You
was
might be the only people I know of that knew something about this before this happened.
Yes. When it was a much smaller scale issue.
Other than myself, kind of.
Long story short, in our research, we discovered some magics that have displaced us in time. And given the situation we find ourselves in now, we are hoping to learn more about this ichor. Perhaps something through whatever research or things you've done, maybe anything that might be able to help us to prevent that from happening in the first place.
If you think that
then
we
we may, I'm not finished speaking, then we may return to our time and finish all of this. Frankly, I find this quite terrible. Everything has to go into machines, everything must be put here and there. All you do is what other people tell you. I would like to fix this.
Is there something wrong with machines?
That's a lot to
Yes.
You see, like, a bunch of, like, some of the constructs that are hanging from, like, the gantry chains. There's
Give
kind of
you a
like,
little stink eye.
like, turn and look at you.
I meant things like testing and
No, you can say it as it is.
Yeah.
Machines are inelegant.
but we
My defective memory chip is inelegant at the moment, as you say. However, I promise
Tim,
that
do you
this
have
is
that
different.
report ready for the Aaron box?
Yes, I have it ready. I can distribute it currently.
Take
Or-
your time, but go ahead.
All right, I can. You all need to
Why don't
fully
you
deprocess. So I
take
need
an
to
oil
wait.
bath before you go
All right.
and do a full defrag, right?
Okay.
Tin is in the kind of metal, Tin, or 10 is in the number.
Tin is in the metal.
Okay,
That's
I'm not there.
But-
that
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Making sure I spell it.
No, do it out loud, brother.
I'm in the other room in a
You're right, you
cage.
are. Right, so then shut up.
for
Well,
my
he's for
notes.
notes.
I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to
For notes.
clarify.
Tin tin.
Tin 10.
Tin
Tin,
tin.
tin. Tintin.
I simply have one question. Does the name Masha Ehrenbach ring any bells?
Yeah, she's in charge.
Fuck.
What is Moshe Ehrenbach to you?
Well, not in charge of the loft, but she's in charge of the Ehrenbach Nation. Well, the Elven Nation, I guess. The new
Then I
Elven
am
Nation.
certainly not going back there.
Is that like someone
Well,
you're related to?
Again, neither
Oh, hell
your
no.
So, okay, again,
Some
may
of
I
my
make this
husband's related.
extremely clear because there are so many other people's lives that I could be saving right now by creating different types of technology. I have invented 13 different things today, and
Good
of
for
which
you.
you have taken. Okay, you know what? You're gonna stand there and you're gonna listen to me because although you may be a couple feet taller than me, I guarantee you I have more experience in my fucking pinky finger than you have in this world.
What about with
You will
time
not
travel?
talk down to me. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I have created things far smarter than you in moments that you have yet to glimpse.
getting awful big for someone who does nothing but take orders.
Tintin,
Oh, shit. Hey,
Yes?
They saved our life. Maybe we should cool it.
General,
Do we
please.
we can talk about this later, if you'd like.
I'm sorry.
Have you traveled through time before?
Just short jumps, nothing big. Only through the well walls. It doesn't really work that way.
I was about 5 years old, or about 5 days ago.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I don't really understand it either, but my body's
You were about
de-aged.
5 years old?
I was 5 years older.
Older?
Older.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of other things can do that other than time travel. Anyway,
General, I ask that you grant us a little leeway here. My
look,
compatriots
listen.
are stressed, and we are thrust into an alien world that we know not of.
roll a persuasion check at advantage because you have the general sympathy in the moment.
That's great. 10.
10. I need you to really understand that my position is a difficult one. Whoever you are, whoever you may be, whoever you say you are an elf.
Yes.
And as such, I have no jurisdiction over what to do with you.
Not
and
all
it-
elves are Iron Box.
Okay, that's wonderful. I don't give a fuck. Because what happens when I don't report you is that then I get brought up on charges. And then when the time that I spend in a courtroom or whatever the fuck, some sort of tribunal that they decide to come up with that the council has decided is time I don't get to spend in the workshop saving fucking lives. So if you think your life is more important than 5 others that are in this city right now, floating 3 degrees off kilter above the apocalypse, then please.
Giz, perhaps I can take them to the quarters and we can maybe
That's
continue to
fine.
discuss.
I
later.
have given you as much leeway as I can. Stay here as long as you like. Don't take too long. You cannot sleep here. I will delay it as much as I can. I don't know who you are. I have no reason to trust you.
I can't go alone.
That's fine. You can bring whoever you like. But you have to go. If you want to stay here. You can leave too. That's fine. But I mean, this isn't me. It's not my rule.
Okay. What would y'all like to do? We have a few choices.
Here's your text back.
If you want to sneak around, I can say that I saw you and that you somehow slipped my mind or because I'm a super busy person and I'm old in my years or some shit like that. I can come up with something and then you could just leave
You could
and I don't have to have you escorted. But if you get caught, not on me and you're going to have to figure it out.
Okay. Lynn, give me that HUD. Oh, where has this been? I put on the hood.
On a dead man.
Cover my ears.
I was gonna be like, what'd you say? It's like, get out of the room. Okay. I will put aside my petty grievances and ask, all we want is any information that might help us in killing or destroying this corruption, if possible.
Do you mind if I work while you ask?
Yeah, that's fine.
They start to kind
yeah,
of like work.
can I
As they
interrupt?
move, you can hear like coming from some of the servo hydraulic things on, like from the waist down.
London extraordinarily noble, but we need a place to sleep before we can even think about that kind of question. We need home.
Yeah, we should rest. You're right.
You can hit up one of the rejuvenation changers if you like. It'll save you time. They're a
Single
large power
occupancy?
drain, but it's fine. I was just working on a piece of terrazine. It's fine.
Will our friends still be there when we come back?
I mean, if my invention works the way I hope it's supposed to work, then yeah.
Is there a place we can do things the old-fashioned way?
No.
Wedding?
I mean, there is a place. You shouldn't if you don't want. Did I make it clear? You can't sleep here. There's too much time. Everybody else knows. The council knows that the Valkyrie squad has come back, and also knows that more people came back with them. So if I don't have a report with them ready in some efficacious amount of time, some expedited manner, some questions are going to get asked very quick. And then the council's probably going to send some sort of interrogatory, I don't know, bullshit. It doesn't matter. Look, I hate bureaucracy. I think it's stupid. It's not necessary at all. I think I should just have the freedom to build whatever I want, whenever the fuck I want. But guess what?
Well, that's the type of world we came from, so please give us some patience.
You think the end of the world would stop that, but apparently bureaucracy is the only thing that survives the end of the world.
It's like roaches, I think you've said before.
Yeah.
Oscar, do you need rest?
Yes.
Talia?
I can give you the
Len?
I think all of us do.
Surprisingly,
We
you could
need
use it.
rest.
I can look. If you sleep here, an Ehrenbach escort's going to be here by the time you wake up. I don't have any control over it. Zero. You can use the rejuvenation chambers and get a night's sleep in 20 minutes.
Let's move towards the rejuvenation chambers.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
All right. They use a decent amount of resources, but it's I just like I said.
We can all fit in one.
Well, no, they're individuals, but there's plenty. I have about 59 of them, so it's
Okay,
fine.
perfect.
I'm hoping to make 10 more by the end of the week.
Okay.
That's very nice
Nice.
of you for offering your rejuvenation chambers. I think we should absolutely take one. Move with me.
Yes. Yes. Wait.
I can't let your blue friend in one though. However, they can't leave the containment zone
And how long can?
until they die or they leave,
Wait.
or until we find a cure, but which we haven't been able to yet.
Hang on.
I've tried a bunch of things to try to get rid of the
Understood.
ichor, but all I can do is slow it down.
Okay.
I think really hard at Lynn. Can you still hear this?
Do you have? Are you just
We-
trying to do your elf connection?
We traded some things a while back.
You did. That's
Could.
right.
Yes.
Was that one of the abilities to be able to communicate with each other that I gave you guys?
I
I
think
think it was me
yeah.
to you and you to Bast.
I think so.
Right, and then you to, and then Elias to you. Or I'm sorry,
Elias.
everything that you experience, Elias can
Yeah.
see, but you can't communicate back.
Lynn,
Yeah.
He can hear your stuff.
does
but he
this
can't-
still
can't-
work? Give me like a symbol, a sign if it does.
That's a trouble.
Okay. Could you communicate with anyone else?
Concentrate really hard. I can communicate with Bast, right? Who was it again?
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
it was the
Bast.
three of you.
It was I could communicate with him, he could communicate with Bast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then everything that he experienced went to.
I'm
So
really Bast. Knock 2 times if you can hear me. Cool.
okay. now-
Excuse me, is this thing waterproof?
Well, that's interesting. He talked differently when I picked him up.
My fault.
Makes me think what else y'all are hiding. The redhead says. Why? Why are you asking if it's waterproof? I mean, it's airproof. Well, technically, it has a semi-permeable membrane, only allowing those type of particles which you can breathe and oxygenate within your respiratory system through.
I
As far as
mean-
liquid is concerned, I'm pretty sure the semi-permeable membrane also becomes somewhat of a non-Newtonian solid when therefore it is become.
I mean, could you flood this chamber while I'm in here?
you want to die?
Oh no, I breathe water. It's
Oh.
fine. You got a saline solution of some type?
Probably, yeah. You want some?
Yeah, it might help me make myself feel a little better.
You sure?
Please.
If I press this button, you're not gonna drown?
No.
I don't need it on my conscience. I got enough.
If you got a button that does it, please push that button.
I like the way you talk a little bit. Presses the button. Pew! Presses the button. some water starts to fill the chamber. It's slow going. It's gonna be a little bit, but yeah, maybe like half an hour before this thing's all filled up. Are you sure, right? I didn't just kill you by pressing that button?
Oh no, I grew up in the ocean. I'll be fine.
What do you mean by that?
He was born in the ocean.
My home is underwater.
Oh, like you mean like one of the ponds and lakes and stuff like that?
No.
Like little places.
No, the big bodies of water that cover the whole planet.
No,
Never mind.
they're like black. There's nothing in them.
They didn't used to be.
I don't know. Come again? What?
Are we like in the others?
There used to be places on this plane where
You're around the corner.
you could look to the horizon and see nothing but water.
Wow.
The place I grew up was underneath the waves,
Why?
where I was born.
Why?
Because my parents grew a kelp farm.
What's kelp?
It's a plant that grows underwater.
Why?
Because plants
How?
grow everywhere.
Oh, I guess it's algae.
Algae's pretty good if you know how to cook it right.
Yeah, I mean, I've been eating it for 17 years.
Oh, you guys got some good recipes then, don't you?
No.
No? You guys don't have good recipes for algae after 17 years?
Nope. I mean, well, I wouldn't know none. It's just for sustenance. I mean, you got time to cook. Most of us just, eat, stay alive, and then go what we can to try to find more resources. That's the grind.
Might
Wake
have
up,
to be-
eat algae, go find stuff, come back, eat more algae, go to bed, survive.
I'll hook you up, I guarantee. You won't taste a better algae in your life.
All right, if you don't drown.
Create water. 10 gallons.
Are you casting a spell while you're in this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, can you please roll a Constitution saving throw?
Nope.
What'd you get?
7.
7? Give me the D20. You take 21 points of force damage.
And go unconscious.
And you go unconscious as the
water.
spell
she thinks she
implodes for a
drowns.
second. As you cast it, spell implodes for a second. You see some sort of like Magitech stuff light up on around you, and they're like, "Oh wait, no, don't do that!" And the spell just kind of goes and implodes and creates what looks like a tiny, tiny singularity for a moment that crushes your fingertips for a moment before exploding and just firing you up against the wall and just knocking your head up against the thing, and then you just kind of like are floating there.
What was that?
Luckily, you can't drown. So they're like, shit.
I'm
Well,
imagining that
hope they're
sound-
okay.
That sound when like a shark or something just bumps up against the glass. That
Yeah.
thunk, thunk.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Like when the manatees just go squish.
Did we hear it? Could we hear that thump?
Could you hear that thump? A passive perception 16 or higher?
Probably heard
Yeah.
some. Wait, no, don't do that.
No, that's possible.
No.
Yep, probably not. You guys are. This is what's happening in the midst of that whole conversation where you're getting yelled at and scolded and all this
Got
other
it.
thing. You can go ahead and roll a death saving throw.
Oh.
Okay. Or I'm gonna have you do it 4 more times.
In a row?
Yeah, because this is all happening while they're having this conversation. I mean, until you succeed or once or fail all the way.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, so you come back up, fucked up. You're like, are you okay?
Was that some sort of anti-magic
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Didn't know you could do that kind of stuff. I mean, no, I wasn't near you. No, it doesn't matter.
Can you turn that off?
No, sorry, can't do it. Part of the protocol prevents people from trying to teleport out.
That's not what I was doing.
You know, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a lot of other things. Magic's fucking crazy, man. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. This thing was built by General Greaves himself. Make sure that whoever's inside it stays inside of there.
Understood.
She is just increasingly sounding like Boomhauer.
Pocket
I sort
I
of
love that.
find a comfortable position
Pocket sand.
and
No.
wait for the tube to fill up.
Are you sure you're not too wet? Pocket sand.
They go crazy magic on me.
It does eventually
kaboom,
fill
and
and
then
you
you
can
go over
swing
here, and then
around.
like with the wheel of magic, you know. Which
There's
is
like
the
a
thing.
floating bed sheet.
I was just trying to get
Right.
comfortable so I could rest.
What do y'all know about
Yeah,
that?
you could start resting if you want.
Trance, essentially.
Yeah, you can start trancing if you want. Why are you just sitting there floating in? Oh, okay, you're asleep, kind of. What? Oh, you're doing that thing I read about in the pamphlet.
Elves don't really fall asleep. We just sort of
You
relax
can
for
talk
a
during
while.
that.
No, you kind of interrupted me.
Oh. Can I like poke you with a stick while you're doing that? Can you still do it?
I would Can you poke through this, whatever this
Oh
is?
yeah, I can come in there. You just can't come out. I got the power.
Please
armor,
don't.
So.
Can you let me just relax?
Yeah. Dime piece. Totally fine. So you guys are back where we left off with General Greaves.
Okay, show us to these.
Rejuvenation chambers.
Yes, show us to
Sure,
our rooms,
yeah.
please.
Of course. Okay. And he walks as you. You see him look up as he had like one of the monkey wrenches in his hand that he was been fiddling with, like a worry stone, while you guys were talking. And even when he was getting angry, he was like opening it up all the way and closing it up all the way, like really, really fast with his thumb. But when he realizes, like, oh, right. And he looks up and you see one of like the blank spots on the pegboard, and he just reaches in that direction. And his legs just go, and they get really, really long. And he goes like full cherry picker and gets up there and then puts the thing on there, and lights back down, and leads you down.
Wait, if you could do that, why don't you just be tall all the time?
Because it's not who I am.
That was
Come on,
wrong.
keep
Oscar
coming.
just kind of glares at me.
I start like having just a regular, like just a tune, and cast detect thoughts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
on yourself.
yeah, and
Okay,
then
cool.
we'll start probing some people.
So you're casting detect thoughts
Mhm.
within an artificer's sanctum.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm just humming a tune.
Artificer who has. Okay, I'm not gonna say
I
anything.
don't have the knowledge of what to say.
Ooh, you
Um,
lucky as fuck.
Also, you would get, +4
+5.
plus, because
Yes.
you're next to. I would not be too far from you.
It was a 2, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd like to cast detect thoughts. You can
I'd
cast detect thoughts.
thoughts.
What are you trying to detect? Which are you trying to detect? One of the Valkyries? Or who are you focusing on?
General Greaves for surface thoughts, and then Panua. If I catch a glimpse of red hair, then red hair.
The redhead is not here. The redhead and the blonde are back still at the teleporters.
Yeah.
The blonde is the blonde, brunette, and redhead are back at the teleporters, like taking off their power armor at the moment. Bass, you saw them doing this. They've just every once in a while been like and chuckling as they're kind of like suiting off and everything. The redhead's really the only one engaging with you. The other ones are just like doing their business, being like they've done this thing hundreds of times before, and they're just trying to also take a break and rejuvenate and go eat food and rest. Pernua is behind you
Okay.
and escorting you, and General Greaves is in front of you, so of the rest of the group. So you're looking at General Greaves first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oscar just kind of settles up next to Maeve and quietly whispers, "For all your highfalutin background, you're awfully rude to the people that have just saved our lives."
out of character. Speak up a bit.
Ah.
We don't have
For-
to whisper if we're.
For all your fancy background, you're being awfully rude to the people that just saved our lives.
I am not an Ehrenbach. These things have rules.
I'm just saying, let's not needlessly antagonize the people that just saved us. Maybe use some of them manners, as you call it.
You make a good point. I will be on my best behavior when we get to our rooms.
You focus on General Greaves. You pass, as you head into another chamber, there's like a side hallway that leads. It's very, very short. It's like, this place isn't filigree, it's just stone floors that have been stripped of. You like do see some fabric strippings as though somebody actually tore up the carpet here or whatever, and it's just stone. It's very Spartan lighting, except for all of the devices and everything. Everything's immaculately organized. There are very short spots from one thing. The efficiency was kept in mind when this place was remodeled or reimagined. As you do, you pass by the curio that you noticed before that had like what looked like just stuff on it. And as looking at the other stuff, actually roll an insight check for me as you do so, because this is about a lot of things are going to happen at once here, possibly.
Wrong one?
Yeah, I was like, why are you rolling d6?
I'm about to play Farkle.
Yeah. Inside would be 14.
14. This curio... Actually, you know what? You're a bard. You need to roll this at advantage.
All right.
Especially one of the Budke.
14.
Oh, okay. So there's something about this that reminds you of like, oh, yeah, I remember when I just took stuff just to remember things by. These appear to be more like mementos than anything. I won't get into exactly what they are because your insight wasn't fully
and we're
high
just
enough.
passing by this?
And you're just kind of passing by it. But
what-
you
what
do
is- see
see General Greaves like look at it, and as he kind of glances at it, and then puts his head down and continues, you hear him say in his head, "I'm trying. I don't know what it is, but some of them remind you of me, of you so much." And he continues walking.
General, if it's not, well, what do you prefer to be called, Greaves?
You can just call me Giz. It's fine.
Giz?
Yeah, sorry about that. I keep telling the council not to give me the title of general and stop their little joke of calling me General Greaves, but I don't know, maybe it's growing on me, maybe it's not. But technically, I'm part of the council, but I keep refusing membership every time they give it. It's not important.
Yeah.
Giz is fine.
Giz. We're trying to save someone, one of our friends. Seems like you've known about that before. Is that right?
I'm sorry, one of your friends what?
We're trying to save one of our friends.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how people end up here.
Is that how you ended up here?
Roll a charisma check for me.
Straight charisma?
Straight charisma.
8.
We should get you to those rejuvenation chambers.
What was the detect thoughts as that conversation passed?
I'm gonna give you some options here.
Okay.
You'll get your surface level as per the spell. If you want to press the further, you'll have to do the same thing. Okay?
Okay, let's start with the surface thoughts.
Surface level is
Are you still playing music? Like light music?
Yeah,
as you're
I'm humming and I'm flipping a penny.
walking?
Turning it over.
I'm
on my
sorry, Cole.
fingers.
I'm sorry, Argus. I'm sorry, Trisheni. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not gonna press. Tisheni, Argus,
Okay. Cole was the first name.
Cole.
All right, let's right around the corner here. And you turn the corner and you see these these aisles of what looks like single individual, kind of like sleeping pods, sleeping chambers, like almost like futuristic. hibernation pod chamber things. Like if you were only going light speed and interstellar travel, these are the things you might like pop into, that type of thing. Like that kind of vibe as far as player references and like, and they look a little. I don't want to say anachronistic. Actually, you know what? Anybody who has proficiency in any type of tool can roll an intelligence check here.
I figured out how they work.
Save it. Save it. Save it.
I've got proficiency with kits and supplies, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as.
Yeah, any type of like artisan tool. So if it's like
He's an
if it's a
alchemist.
brewery, yeah, if you're not, it's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
It's
herbalism
pretty much just
kit,
any type of like
calligraphy supplies.
tool that would count as technology, so that you have the critical thinking process to think, to try to like in your head try to deconstruct things or understand how things work. That type of thing. People who aren't skilled in tools are more have a brain that are more like focused to action and instinct and those type of things. But there are people who's obviously there's massive Venn diagrams that move all these type of things. It's just that I'm saying like if you have those types of skills as you're looking at these things, you might be able to gather some information from it. Yeah,
Do we add anything to it, or is it straight roll?
you'd add your proficiency.
Okay, that's 12.
12. Anybody else proficient in any tool?
Nope.
Okay. So Osfer, you said 12. These look. I mean, everything looks like wild. Totally freaked me out. Right on future, but these don't look the same as everything else here. Like they're a different type of technology than everything else here. You just saw a whole room full of tech
Uh-huh.
that was reminiscent of like Razorfang tech, Razorfang Magitech. And this is not that.
Is it
You don't recognize it at
older,
all.
Like older, cruder, or just like modern, but just
Different.
different type?
Like imagine the phrase, any technology, far enough advanced is indiscernible from magic. Yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what to do with that information. but
You're just like,
noted.
what? This is different, and I don't know what it is. But you also have the wisdom enough to know this may be something that is more advanced than we've seen before.
Okay. Do I see Ted Williams in any of these things?
There is a
memorial plaque?
Wedtilliums, but not a Ted Williams.
So.
Adult Disney.
Reptilians.
Adult Wisney, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Williams.
There's just a disgusted look on their face.
So where's our rooms?
They're wearing gloves. Your rooms, I mean, no, you're just going to lay in one of these for like 20 minutes.
One of these.
Yeah.
Wait.
They're rather comfortable, I assure
Are
you.
they?
It like uses magic. Well, I'm actually, it's, look, I was able to make it work. As far as I can tell, it uses some sort of pressure to push energy into your body.
Okay, so it's
you didn't-
magic.
So you didn't make these?
Well,
Yeah, that's magic,
I'm not sure.
yes.
What do you mean? It's either magic or it's not.
Ooh, you've got a lot to learn, kiddo.
So this doesn't look
I
like...
take it you're not a technology person.
Well,
Yeah, you first. Open up, get in. Come on.
Okay. You promise this is just magic?
Yeah, but you got to turn around. You can't face
Okay.
the back of it.
Oh,
Lean back into it. Fall back.
hi.
Ready, trust, fall, and oh, thank God. And they close the thing, and you just like freeze in that position as it goes, and it like flash fleeces you in time, and this like weird like Miss America passive aggressive wave, and there is this like you hear the beep 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 beep, and there's just like this low hum sound coming from it. She'll be right as rain, about 20 minutes.
So you didn't make these?
Well, I mean, part of them I did, but I mean, I brought them down here.
Where did they come from?
He said down, and we're already in the air. Just in case you didn't
Shut
catch
up! They're not here, Adam. I'm gonna make you wear a ball gag for the next.
Is it made of terrorism?
Purdue like pulls out a ball gag from her hip. She's like, and puts it back in her pocket. It's a long story. I'll tell you about it maybe after. Basically, not here. Like really, really far north. It was a process. But anyway, all I know is that it's great tech, and I was able to make it work. And it's mostly safe.
Mostly safe.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, I mean that's the jackpot nowadays.
So-
Mostly safe.
Not to be imposing. or
Thank
anything.
you, Bree. Yeah, exactly. It's stuck like that. Yeah. Can you hold that pose until the break?
Oh my god, that'd be so blessed. Not to be.
Yes, please.
That is tough.
Well, maybe you'll humor my skepticism here. I'm not one for magic or tech, and certainly don't understand what's going on here. So before I get in one of
Me
these
neither, but it
things-
works.
Before I get into one of these things, I'll
Okay.
make sure she gets out. So seeing as we got, you said 20 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to sit here and wait 20 minutes, that's fine. Do you mind if I prep the rest of them and get the rest of them in there?
I'll wait as well, just in case anything goes wrong, and you seem to be not 100%. I have
All right,
raised one of our
you
friends
guys
from
can
the
wait
dead.
here. Tintin will watch you. I've got to get back to work because 20 minutes, every second counts. So I have to get back to work.
More than happy to help with the process.
Godspeed.
Tintinabulation, activate protocol 59.5, babysit.
Confirmed.
Great.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Now, will each one of you please get into the chamber? I can give you a candy, or we can do this the hard way.
I believe the deal is when she gets out.
I'm sorry?
When she gets out, we'll get in.
Yeah, that's fine, Tintin.
You said this would
All
be
right.
like 20 minutes, right?
Yep.
Indeed.
What kind of candy do you have?
I've got kelp candy, I've got algae candy,
Yeah, you got it.
and I've got a type of chitinous candy made from the leftover roaches.
Leftover?
I'll take the kelp.
Can I have the algae candy?
Absolutely. It's probably the most delicious.
Hey, I recommend the chitinous candy you hear from Vinny, like who's way back another, like a couple hallways away. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Reaches
Alright,
into a
thank you.
pocket.
I'll-
Yeah.
You take the algae
Says a
candy.
Venus flytrap person who eats bugs.
And
Come
I'll-
on, someone picked up on that joke.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll just shrug a Oscar then and get in. Put the
You-
algae candy in my pocket.
You put the algae candy in your pocket. Do you take a chitinous candy, or do you just put the algae candy in your pocket and you walk into the thing,
It is
Do you turn
Benny's
around?
favorite candy.
or do you just face the wall?
I do it how they tell me I'm supposed to do it.
Tintin doesn't say anything. I don't think. I don't think he corrects you.
They correct you.
Oh, they.
Because,
They,
the machine.
Tin, how do I
Uh-huh.
do?
I mean, if
This
machines
thing.
had gen-
What you do is you stand in there, you get into a semi-comfortable position, or that, and then I just close the door and you'll wake up in 20 minutes.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Everything aside, you've been lovely, Tin. And we'll just get into the thing. And fall asleep.
Cool.
Thank
Would
you.
you like a lullaby?
The moment you and it spins up,
I feel like too late. I'm like looking at you as you're saying it as it closes.
Maeve, you have like real time consciousness. You were just like subconscious, like sleeping, where time was passing and you weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
But as soon as he's in it too, you guys link up and you are now fully aware of everything that you can see and hear, and you experience every agonizing, I don't want to say agonizing, but every waking second of not being able to move.
I
And you
hate
can
this, I
see
hate this, I
everything.
hate
Do
this,
they
I
see
hate
But
this, I
sleep
hate
you
paralysis
see each
demons?
other's, you see through each other's senses, not your own. What?
Do they see sleep paralysis demons?
I mean, you are you're basically sleep paralysis without the demon before you maybe Tintin, I guess, maybe. So
My arm's tired.
I believe I've been tricked.
It's probably fine.
I can't move.
You'll be able to move soon.
alone with your
Would you?
yeah,
Osfer,
they Maeve definitely needs some time alone with her.
have you ever played cards? Did you play cards back home on the farm?
Well, we had a hoop. And
That's like the 10th time you brought that up.
I love the hoop, but we have to stay here.
we had dice, but no cards.
Oh, have you played Liar's Dice?
Many times.
Are
Let's
you-
play some Liar's Dice.
May I join? I know that protocol too.
Oh.
It is
Okay,
rather
so
fun.
you guys played Liar's Dice. Actually, do me a
Alright.
favor. Roll 1 round of Farkle real quick. Roll
Woohoo!
6 d6s. All 3 of you can do it. Roll 6 d6s. And tell me what you get, and I'll tell you what the score is. It's going to be faster than me telling you how to play Farkle. I can teach you how to play it some other time.
These are
It's a fun game.
So they're glued together? What happened?
My spit take probably
Oh my god!
dried those into.
Spit take.
Those need to go into the last
On
session we had
Sunday.
with the Argent Flame.
I had a little bit
He
of a
like
choking
he went
moment with
and
a
did a full
mouthful.
spit take with beer.
This one's
and it must got his stuck 2 of his tied together.
Why couldn't I have been there for that?
26.
It was literally like, hey, okay, finally, everybody ready? And he spit take. No. Oh man, go ahead.
26.
26. No. Don't total them. Tell me what all the numbers are.
Oh. 2 3s, 4, 6, and 2 5s.
4, 6, and 2, 5. So that's 100. That's 250. That's
Okay.
250s because each 5 is a 50. You need 3 of a kind, a 1, or a 5, or a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, or a 1 of 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, or a 1 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 1 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got 200.
It's either a run,
200.
3 of a kind, or a 1 or a 5.
Okay.
Got it? So you just have 2 5s, right?
Yep.
Okay. What'd you get?
I just.
You just tell me what you know how to play it. So-
Well, I just helped them too.
okay, cool.
200.
250.
250. So, what did you guys bet? And be honest.
Oh, what?
Chitinous candy.
Yeah, probably the candy. I don't know.
Okay,
Assuming
so
we're just doing
Tin's
this to pass the time.
Tintin, you get to take their candy. What do you say when you take their candy?
Well, they don't have any, but you now have to eat this chitinous candy. It is Benny's, and she's the only one that likes it. So it is a way to kind of cheer her up.
Oh, should we wait until she's here?
I can just play it back to her later.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I can hear the crunch from all the way here. Go ahead, do it now.
Supposedly, it's still good.
What does it taste like?
I don't know. I don't have taste buds.
You ever
Crunch.
eaten candied grasshoppers?
Yes.
That's what it tastes like. You ever eaten candied
Crunch.
insects before?
No.
It's just kind of crunchy. There's a couple scratchy bits. It always feels like you haven't chewed it enough. It's like eating pumpkin seeds,
Do you
kind
have a
of.
toothpick?
Of course.
But it doesn't taste like. It's the texture
out a
because
wingnut.
there's like always a bit that's poking you.
Yeah.
That's as close as I've got.
But it is dead. It's not alive, so it's not wriggling in your mouth.
I appreciate.
You're still there.
I would like to send a thought to Len.
Sure.
I think it'll work for my.
With my
Let me
elven
see.
eye, I
Can you-
hereby spy something of the hue of green.
I just pull out.
My God.
There you go.
Is it pliers?
Me?
Yeah. Just a
Yeah, actually.
little tiny.
Well, me,
Forceps.
technically.
You?
Because she's seeing through your eyes and you're seeing
That's
through
right.
her eyes.
Freaky Friday.
Wonderful.
My
You guys are across the hall from each other, so
Yeah.
you can see each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like it though.
Fantastic.
You're like,
The worst
That's
game
like-
of I
that's
Spy.
like- That's
Maeve
actually
isn't-
horrible. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
frozen and then looking at like a
At
clone of
yourself, yeah.
like
Yeah.
staring back at
yeah,
you.
you're removed from yourself. Yeah.
Maeve isn't freaking
You've,
out.
like,
about,
asked- like, you've
oh my
astral
God,
projected.
that's what that looks like from that angle. No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Maeve's
flawless.
like, my nose.
No, I'm flawless.
That makes sense.
You mean I'm flawless now?
Okay, so that's when the thing ends, and real quickly the thing opens, and Len just says, "Now I'm flawless." Oh, and he kind of like falls limp to the ground because you're not used to like being in that type of thing, and you eventually like pull yourself out.
I would have seen this happen before, so
Yeah, you
can I
catch
say
him
that
before
I
he falls.
catch both of them before?
But he does do this whole like debutante fall,
This is normal
Oh.
for the first
Yeah.
time doing this.
and you're able,
We
your
both
legs
do, like,
wobble, but you're able to stand up. Yeah, and then Maeve
And-
absolutely just over dramatically.
I did catch
falls.
you. I don't know why you went that far.
Wait, who do you?
Wait.
I
Before
caught
you do
both
that,
of you.
both of you have benefits of a long rest. after only 20 minutes.
I was gonna say we can probably only catch one of us. So one of us just like
Well, no, I.
boom, just
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm like 7 feet tall. I'm a big.
Yeah, they can just. Also, they have extended dues on their arms. They can go gadget their arms a little bit. Yeah. Here's what I also will say. This is your first time here, so you haven't been inoculated or you are not resistant to this. So, can both of you please roll a Constitution saving throw?
You can add +4 to it.
You can. Yes, you can.
21.
21?
I can add 4. 19.
19. Okay, you guys both gain a D10 of, for the lack of a better term, inspiration type of thing. So it can be used for the next 8 hours, however you like. It is something you've never felt this energized before. Energy has been forced into your being. They seem awake and spry. What do you guys do after you feel the most well-rested and energetic you've ever felt? Almost too much.
Okay, so, Talio, aside from the part where I was frozen and couldn't move, and it was literally the worst thing I've ever experienced, I feel really freaking good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. Oscar.
Hoop.
It's amazing. You should do it. Do it. Do it. Do
Mab's like
it.
speaking really loud and really fast, and you just hear in the background, 10-10 from down the hall.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just.
Coming down from the
Yeah,
rejuvenation.
it's just like 10-10. Can you please? I'm trying to focus.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you
That's
please
spot on,
keep your
steroids.
excitement level to a little lower?
Well, I don't know what came over me. My apologies.
Thank you.
Well,
However,
if you want to take a walk, you've got about 20 minutes. Osfer, you want to do this with me?
Seems safe enough. Sure.
Okay, you guys hop in. Do you turn around so you guys are looking away? And do you guys want to orient yourselves so you're looking at each other, or do you want to be on the same side?
Just hop in the nearest one.
Okay, you just
I'm
hop on
gonna
each
like
one.
cross-legged.
You can't. There's not enough room. You have to stand up.
Okay. Oh, they're really tiny though.
Yeah, they're just like
Coffin.
sleep
Yeah.
sleep
Okay.
coffin
Size.
pods.
Like-
Like they're all like glass with like kind of a blue light interior,
Got it.
and they kind of like gel up when they close up.
I'm gonna kind of
Alright.
hold my tail in
Okay.
front of me.
And
Ready?
it gels up, and as you guys enter this energetic stasis, we're going to take our break. We'll be back a little bit, guys. Thanks as always, and stay safe out there. Bye.
Sounds
Yes.
fair.
Hello, all, and
love to.
welcome. We're back. Last time we left off, everybody was entering the rejuvenation chambers, and if I'm not mistaken, Osfer and Talio were entering these ones. Just for the sake of time, unless there's anything specifically that Maeve and Len want to do while they are rejuvenating, we'll
Not
do-
particularly.
Hey, Lynn. I wonder. I mean, he looks frozen. I wonder if
This is
the.
really great. Good job.
I wonder if that tail keeps him warm,
Keeps them warm.
like the fur.
You can see the flushed cheeks too from like the colder temperatures
Probably
inside.
not very much. It's just the tail.
Are you guys talking out loud, or are you?
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
talking out loud.
I mean, based off of their species, it does help a little bit, according to records.
I guess so.
Oh. Records. Have you never?
Me,
met anyone like him before?
me personally, I have not.
Actually, point of order. Philaeli are one of the more common races nowadays due to the very change because they were a scattered people and knew how to survive in almost every environment. So their survivability was high compared to pure-blooded elves, which were very specifically oriented to survive certain environments and certain civil locales.
Me personally, not since last Gondar.
Oh. Okay. Well.
We
Are
have
they also fancy?
Maybe one of these days we'll have to discuss. Just
Sorry,
because
leave.
someone looks in a certain way doesn't mean all of them are like that, you know?
he speaks a very accurate truth.
I love how Mal is giving. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I love how Len is giving Maeve the. Hey, so that's racism.
Don't be
Let's talk.
You know,
Are
I
all
wasn't-
cat people furry?
Evidently not. Look,
I'm-
I know what it's like to
There-
be
I-
There are hairless cats.
Wait.
Also, Talio is like the only hairy part of them is their tail and their ears.
No, I'm
Everything
just-
else is very humanoid.
Wait. Now I'm just imagining Talio's like ears and tail without fur, and I'm just,
Does
They're
Talio
more of
have
an anime
two
cat boy
sets
than
of
anything
ears?
else.
no.
Do you have human ears and cat ears, or just cat ears?
They're frozen right now. They can't.
Just,
answer.
just
I'm not
cat
there anyway.
ears?
That's
Yeah,
more of
yeah.
a background
Stop,
question.
Adam. Smack.
No, this is
you
actually
again.
just something he would have observed as a person.
Yeah, but well,
Yeah.
but I'll wait until they're unfrozen because I'm loving this. So.
Besides talking about each individual's personal physical traits, would you like to play a game of Farkle? Or Liar's Dice, I think is what they actually talked about and called it.
Liar's Dice.
No.
I haven't played such a thing.
It is an excellent game. I can
Farkle
teach
is
you.
not, just to be clear, Farkle's not Liar's Dice, just because I don't want people in the comments to be like, that's not the same. I'm like, you're right, it's not the same. They're completely different games. Because in no way is there any type of deception involved in Farkle. It's just, those are what you roll, you decide what you want to do with them.
Yeah.
Liar's Dice is trying to say like, oh, I rolled 6 sixes. And someone's saying, you lied. And then if you show that you actually did, then you fucking win. That's like
Yeah.
a bunch of other ways to play.
You bet on what everybody rolled.
Farkles are
exactly.
at the table.
It was a
when we're
while
playing
since I played
dice.
that. But yeah.
Either that,
You have to roll a certain thing in order to continue.
either that, or I'm more than happy to answer any questions that I may, or we can do just, cards or some other
Okay.
game to pass the time.
What's your favorite color?
It's interesting. I think it's on the spectrum of which you can't see, so it's hard to describe.
What are you under this armor?
I am me. I do have a little bit of extra plating on,
You're.
but I am
Okay, Janet.
also gears and cogs and other things, of which Giz was able to find and put together.
The things open, and Tulio begins to thaw before he begins to fall forward. As does as does Osfer. Talio, take a world inspiration. That was fantastic. Yeah, that was
too.
good.
That was
It was really good. Those Those beautiful, like you didn't even blink. Those beautiful,
Yeah,
big
that
old
was
eyes.
tough.
You got close a couple of times.
Oh
to
wow,
cracking.
that was fantastic.
The
Yeah.
contacts actually keep the moisture in my eyes, so I straight up have to be staring contest forever.
Man, technology.
Kudos.
Yeah. So you guys are all have the benefits of a long rest. Please, both of you roll Constitution saving throws for me.
Please add 4.
Please add a 4.
Except for me.
Oh, above a 20?
Yeah, you're too far.
Above a 20.
No, I mean all of it.
You have a D10 inspiration that will last for 8 hours. It works just like Bardic Inspiration. You can use it on anything that you could use a Bardic Inspiration on. What'd you get?
18.
18. Same thing for you, Oscar. Everybody has one. Everybody gets one. Yay. Okay. Everybody gets Bs. So,
What I wanted to know.
So,
Might.
Talio, did the fur keep you warm?
you're not done trancing.
I know.
Did I notice time passing?
You're not connected with anybody, right?
No.
No, you didn't. You just in, and then you fell
I
forward.
mean, we saw them
In a certain
take
sense,
20
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait. Okay.
Oscar, you're not connected with anybody either, right?
Nope. No one's stealing my evasion.
That's right.
Is everybody now well rested?
Fucking
Feeling more themselves?
So good.
Very much.
I know. That's one of the reasons I picked
Ability.
monk.
It's more coarse than I expected it to be.
It's been so long since I've had a good shower.
Well, that should have done a little bit for you as well.
10 question.
Yes.
Do you all have a garden of some sorts here?
Define garden in your terms.
A place where you grow plants in soil under sunlight.
Processing. Yes. It is not the same as I believe from what you describe as a time before the fall,
It's
but
not
it is
hor-
different.
It's not horizontal, it's vertical.
But it is. We do have some.
Actually, put it this way. I photosynthesized. Is there anywhere here I can comfortably photosynthesize?
Oh, absolutely.
You live above the clouds.
Yeah.
There is no cloud cover.
You are more than welcome to enjoy the UV radiation that rains down upon us.
Awesome.
Space ray.
The what?
Space rays.
You know, the orb that's in the sky that you call the sun or something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
I believe it's normal
What
for you.
is- Have you ever heard of an up-ray?
10.
Thank
I
you.
can't
Tim.
stand this. Radiation is something that comes from unstable molecules and also stable molecules. It doesn't matter. Look, the sun.
Molly who?
Okay. The sun gives off ultraviolet radiation. That's where plants are able to get their shit. The planet gives off fucked up radiation. That's why we don't spend a lot of time down there.
I didn't need to know that. I just needed sunlight. But thank you.
Yeah, sunlight is okay. Never mind.
I'm walking off.
Sorry, Giz. I
let
was
me
not
see if I
able to
understand.
intercept that question.
The
It's
sun.
all right. I just had to mansplain.
The sun is magic.
In a way.
No.
The sun is magic.
Tintin.
I'm trying to translate it to things that they would understand.
Well, okay. Technically, the sun is magic because it is where.
The fusion is quite interesting.
No, not the fusion. That's science. We can explain the fusion. It's the fact that it is where it is in our solar system because due to gravitational pulls doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be somewhere else, but it
That-
doesn't matter.
That
All
is
right,
fair.
Lynn, go get your sun magic and
10.
Oh, I can. Would you like to be shown outside?
Yeah.
Please.
A couple hundred years from
All
now.
right. I may need to document that you have stepped outside of the area.
Will I get
But
in trouble or something for that?
no, you are not one of the Aaron box
10 before we go anywhere.
or full elf species.
Speaking of which, you guys said Urilor, and then you deceived or intimidated to the point where nobody actually heard that, right?
yeah.
So, okay.
And you don't look full elf anymore.
I'm like,
Because you're planty.
You still look like you
You're
were. You
solid.
just have a different pallor and complexion.
a what?
You still look exactly the way you did before as far as your form. You just don't have fangs, a pallor, and a different pallor and complexion.
Instead of being pale and fanged.
You're still the
more
humanoid that you were.
Woody.
Okay. But
I think you still have a brick shoulder too,
Yes.
or
Shit.
You have a brick
we didn't
shoulder?
heal that, did we?
Attilio, can you help me out here? I forgot about that.
Oh wait, or did we heal it? I don't
don't
think we did.
Partially, it's one out of however many
It
you
was
decide.
Yeah.
grown over.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give you one right now. Remind me the next time I go into one of those chambers, I can do a few for you beforehand.
Yeah.
And while you're out collecting, can you get me a cocoon?
A cocoon.
Yeah, like a a cocoon,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a cocoon, but I'll try.
if you would.
Do you need assistance?
Yes, for some magics that I have.
Okay. What type of magics are you trying to do?
A polymorph spell.
Oh, interesting.
It can give one of us flight for a period of time, and it seems fairly useful these days.
Very well. I will see if there's a cocoon around.
Just for your information, probably the best place for you to find something like that would be where like the hydroponics.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll
because
go over
that's
and check where they're
the
making the
biomes are.
chitinous candy.
That is like on the other side of the city.
Okay.
That is not where this is.
Hydroponics. Okay.
Yeah.
Hydroponics is an area to photosynthesize. It also might have a cocoon there, if you'd like to go with me.
I would like
Tintin,
to.
before we leave anywhere,
Indeed.
I need to ask you,
Absolutely.
our friend back there,
Mm-hmm.
people that come in like him, what normally happens?
I know that my bedside manner needs to be improved.
Give it to me straight.
They often die.
How long?
It has been variable based on the progression of the contamination as well as the improvements in Gizmo's magic.
Days, weeks, years?
Depends. It all depends.
Can you say
You
hi
know
to
of
him before-
just
on the way to
so I can give
hydroponics?
you, because you would know this.
Okay, thank you.
The longest you've seen someone survive from the inception of contamination, of conception of corruption, is about like 10 weeks. Most people choose to get a grace and a gift of supplies, tools, and weapons, and go out back into the wilds and see if they can survive, because they don't want to put everybody else here in danger. That's what most people choose to do. Some wait it out, and then if they wait it out long enough, become too weak to be able to survive in the thing, so it becomes a sunk cost thing where they just wait and they wither, and then they have to be incinerated at some point. Or disintegrated.
The maximum amount of period of time I've seen somebody survive from becoming in contact with this is about 10 weeks. However, they often choose the more noble path of going back into the wilds down there, and they are sent off with what they can be, and we assume that they choose and fall of their own accord,
Well,
rather
this-
than withering away here and potentially contaminating other individuals that are found in Safe Harbor and Loft.
And all this fancy technology and future, you found no cure?
Some things are incurable until we find it, and that is why it is important for Giz to continue his research at this time. And as he said, every second is precious.
Okay.
If there is anything that you do know from your past, it would be helpful to store it into the archives.
Is it possible the machine had a false alarm?
No. The accuracy rating of that machine is 99.9999999999999%.
So you're saying
One of the first
there's a
things.
chance.
It's one of the first things that General Greaves did after they found like a place to do stuff.
Figured out how to test it.
This particular
Makes
technology
sense.
has
Keep
been
community safe.
has been improved multiple times over, and I assure you that the chance is incredibly low, beyond the point of which you should hold hope. And I'm sorry to tell you this like this, but you asked for me to give it to you straight.
I did.
So that is my observations from the past.
Can we pass by Can we pass by Bast on our way to the hydroponics?
Absolutely. You may say goodbye to your compatriot
Are there
as we go.
In our time,
Mm-hmm.
one might go beseech the help of a deity or some higher power to assist in large levels of healing or cleansing. Is that not possible here?
Point of order.
Thank you.
You are aware of something known as the unsummoning, which
Okay.
happened before the fall, not long before the fall, where there was some sort of exile of all deities
Okay.
from this realm. Like, no gods, no kings.
I guess.
There is no longer.
Point of order, then. Could I
Whereas
have
I
casted
still-
my spell earlier?
I can't answer that question.
Okay.
Are his eyes still purple?
My magic
Your magic seems to
summoned
have
long
started
enough
it.
to trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your magic seemed to have started to work.
Okay.
I mean,
Those are ancient relics of which you speak, and I mean the people that that chose to follow those false beings, if I may. They no longer exist.
There are no gods.
There are no gods here, in your mind. However, there is the sun, and that does exist, and we can
And
go.
it's magic.
It,
Yes.
in a way, it is magic. I do. The
just
moon
like
is also
ravens are magic.
exactly. So we can go and get that if you'd like on our, you know,
Birds are.
if you would like to still say goodbye to your friend.
Yes.
Again, we are trying as best we can, but remember, resources are limited. There are few people that have actually survived anything in this entire place, and fewer have actually been able to come here. This is a bastion.
So is he. Can we see him?
Absolutely.
Name of the episode. Bastion's Bastion.
Absolutely.
I mean,
We're on
not
the-
so much. I'm kind of dying.
Yeah.
I know you were having times where you were not quite so certain you would like to go quite yet. Are you ready to go at this point? So I may file the proper paperwork.
I'm ready to go where my friends go.
Very well. You may need to entreat the Aeon box to file the extra paperwork as well, to have them come with you. But that protocol has not been updated recently. So that may be out of date. All right, follow me. We will go back over to your friend.
Lead the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
As you arrive in that area, you see what looks like the red-headed Valkyrie sticking stuff to the light shield and everything to like kind of like almost like draw mustaches and like a goatee and like a Cervantes helmet on Bass. It's just like, oh, hi.
How are you doing?
What's going on? It's good. It's fine.
Oh, you're
Everything's good.
You're dabbling in postmodernism, kind of.
Tintin, sometimes you will use words that I don't understand, and when I don't understand them, I'm gonna take it as offense.
Please don't do that. I don't want to beat you in an arm wrestling match again.
Okay, now that was offense. I do know about that one.
I'm just kidding.
You're lucky I wasn't wearing my power armor. Oh shit.
I know. Giz has to fix my bedside banner.
No, just like everything.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
damn.
I need
Your
to go
humor
take an
circuit is
oil.
just-
I know
Ooh.
my oil bath. I have to go do that soon.
Oil bath. What?
I am stinky. Apparently, my humor stinks.
You don't- Oh goodness.
So how long has he been like that?
Who? Your blue friend?
Yes.
I don't know, about an hour or so, somewhere maybe.
He doesn't seem well. What did you do to him? Bast, can you hear us?
He told me to push the button that flooded the chamber. He said he wasn't going to drown. If he drowned, not my fault.
Well, I know he doesn't look drowned. Just
I have a button that floods the chamber.
For this exact reason.
Executions.
I mean, does movement break
General
my
thinks a lot.
trance? Like, could I give a thumbs up and, or would that break a trance?
No, I think you could. I think you're probably better nodding than you are giving a thumbs up.
Okay, then yeah, I would just
okay.
nod.
So there's just this like,
Oh, he's nodding.
I'm like
Bobbing in the
neutrally
water.
buoyant, like sitting in a lotus position.
yeah.
Just
So
like,
it just kind of shifts as he nods to
floating.
like a kind of
Nodding
like a
or
50-degree
bobbing?
angle. So Bass is now like almost sideways.
I like that for him.
Okay.
So, Bast, you can hear us, and it appears that your options are to leave or die.
reach out telepathically to Len. Can I do that in trance?
Yeah, in this situation, that's fine.
Okay. I will attempt to cleanse myself once I recover from this sleep.
Speaking of which, you have gotten technically a short rest out of your long rest at this point.
Can't cast magic while I am where I am. But I don't know how how long this will reach, how far this will reach, but do what you must. I will try to find you.
Lynn, do you relay that he didn't, that he tried to use magic in there?
I didn't tell him about
Oh, I
that.
thought
You
that's what
said
were
you
saying.
said you were gonna try to cleanse yourself, right?
I said I will try to cleanse myself.
How the hell are you gonna do that?
The magic that has been given to me has the properties to wash clean impurities.
All right. Yeah, I'll relay what he said to everyone then.
Okay.
Okay. So where y'all headed?
Fuck.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
Would you like to go to hydroponics still?
Yes.
Could you, is there anything you can do to help him? Is there anything you can cast on him?
I mean,
I'll
we
give him
can
an
go in search of a
inspiration.
diamond.
And play one of the songs you've played before. I've heard him play before. Would you say Osfa?
We could go in search of a diamond.
Shit, we need a diamond.
You're right, yeah, actually.
Shit, we need a diamond.
Would you like to go on a shopping episode, so to speak?
You need a
Yeah.
diamond?
Yeah, we need a diamond for our hair.
Yeah, I got a ton. They're all over the place.
Kind of worthless nowadays.
Right?
What do you
Not
mean?
exactly.
The hardest mineral.
Carbon is
You
really
like you
quite
hear the
frequent.
mumble
Industrial
from
diamonds.
General Gizmo in the helmet that's like sitting on the bench over there, like kind of worthless nowadays.
Can we
Figured out
have
how
some?
to grow those things.
They
Brought him back to
have-
life with a diamond.
Okay, out of character, why would
You
they
can
be
bring people back to life
worthless
with a
if they can-
diamond?
They are carbon-based life forms. This all tracks.
Oh,
No
yeah,
more
probably
divine
makes sense.
magic because all the gods are gone.
True, but they're artificers. And diamonds are good for cutting
I believe
shit.
it's called artificers. You're weird.
Oh, this was
Well, do you
fingers
mind if
crossed out
we?
of character quickly.
Do you
Industrial
mind if we
diamonds.
have some? If
Then
they're-
Ree's wrong.
Yeah.
He can probably
If
make
they are of
industrial
Alright, hold on,
so,
hold on, wait, wait.
if they are of so
Fair.
little worth, do you mind if we have some?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and ask General Greaves. He's the one that grows them.
Would you mind asking on our behalf? He seems rather frustrated.
Do you
with our
see what I
company.
just took off? That thing. Say it with power armor.
And I
Yeah,
also,
right. So I'm a warrior. I'm not your errand girl.
Where are your wings?
And I
They're
thank you so
getting
very much,
Fixed and refueled.
warrior. I thank you so very much for saving me too. And if you had fallen and I had a diamond, I would have brought you back to life. And so, if you get this for
You
me,
can bring me back to life with a diamond?
yes,
Again, carbon-based
cool.
life forms.
and you too.
I am cool.
That's true. And you are so cool that if you come with us, well, no. If we go out to the wide worlds, and I have
Well,
a
I do that,
diamond
like,
and I'm
almost
with
every
you,
day,
then I
but
can
okay.
heal you from death.
You want to come out? You want to go out? You want to go out with me?
And him too, yes.
Like, okay. Well,
Diamond first. Diamond before
as long as
we
we've
go
been
out.
protection.
Well, of course. Well,
Because
with
he's
how everything
contaminated.
is out there is way too slimy.
I believe that's what your armor's for, isn't it?
That's the idea. But usually, I mean, when somebody asks me to go out, they have me to leave the armor at home.
That seems very reckless, actually.
Oh, that's what you mean. I'd be delighted to, yes.
Yeah.
This is a place to go out around here.
There are several recommendations.
Outside?
You go outside for dates.
Yeah, I guess.
thought
Oh,
they-
the edge is great. It's beautiful. The edge of the city, where the water just kind of cascades over the edge into the clouds.
Oh, that does sound delightful.
Yeah, pretty. And as long as you don't think about how there's not enough water for everybody here, it's kind of pretty.
Don't let the dark thoughts creep in. Don't let the dark
Yeah.
thoughts creep in. It's pretty.
I actually would very much like that, yeah.
Okay, I'll go get
Okay,
the
cool.
diamond.
They grab their power armor gauntlet, flip open a panel, the little holographic thing comes up. I've got a Gondar in about 2.5 weeks. Should I pencil you in?
Absolutely, if I
Great.
have.
Sounds good.
What does that mean?
You know, slip my mind. I need to
Gondar?
heal you, don't I?
Yeah.
Day of
What?
the week?
I need to heal you, don't I?
Ah, we don't call them that
Do
in
you?
the past.
Well, you are.
Forgive my
Yes, you do.
ignorance.
Oh,
Gondar's like a Saturday.
Yes,
Yeah.
you actually
Oh,
do.
really?
Yeah.
You actually do. Yeah,
Oh,
you.
okay.
That the calendar has not changed,
Oh, okay.
but
It just also hasn't
they
been
just don't know
mentioned.
what year it is exactly because they've lost track,
Okay.
and they don't know if it's actually a Gondar because they decided to just pick up at one point.
Yeah, pick a day. Doesn't really
Dispel
matter.
magic.
Days of
on
the week are all
Mali's shoulder.
constructs.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What?
Dispel magic on Mali's shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. It becomes like a little briquette.
Gondar's like Saturday.
Oh.
Like a charcoal briquette?
Yeah, like a charcoal briquette, or like an incense briquette. That's just like almost like just a little chip on his shoulder.
No, just
Little,
didn't
like,
know.
No, I mean, like,
You
has
couldn't
a
possibly tear it off.
hair
I'm not sure what that would
about
do,
like a-
but you could.
Oh, he would
Real
know.
it's gonna hurt.
It's like
No,
a
he
big
would-
pimple
would
or
know
like
that he's a
a
big
skin tag at this point.
Just like
Might not change
do a bunch
anything.
of
That's good.
clapping and it happens.
You would know the names.
Yeah.
I'll
Should
leave
we
it
go
alone
on?
if it's small.
There's also no
Hurt the
fighting in
rip-off.
Gondar.
Wait, what?
I mean, I don't want to waste more of the magic.
Oh, yeah.
Bast,
It's the
For
day
now.
of rest.
For now.
Bast really doesn't look well. Can you heal him too?
Oh, sorry, no. You can't get magic through that.
Oh,
Can we? Well, let's
Or
grab
rather-
this diamond, just in case, and then maybe we can take him outside and try to heal him with what we have at our disposal, or he has at his disposal.
What techniques do you have at your
Yeah,
disposal?
we can drop you anytime
Yeah.
you like.
Is there no like ledge we can stand outside the city walls?
No, I mean if we're gonna let someone who's contaminated go, we drop them from their cell. We can give them like a glider, but that's so that they hopefully reach the ground safe. But that's it.
That seems a bit extreme.
Is it really? One of those
Yes.
people in this town could kill everybody.
Remember, it is for safety reasons. It is for your safety that you do not come in contact with him further.
All it takes is one, and it starts to infect the populace, and then everybody has it, and then everybody's terminal.
I think we're just gonna have to have some faith in him that he'll get over this himself somehow.
Do we have any more of those, like, anything we can give him? Potions or whatnot?
I don't think so.
I'm all out of potions.
Unless you want to go in there with them, you
Well, we've got
Even
seed
then.
pods, right?
Mm-hmm.
what What is he contaminated with?
Poster buds.
The ichor.
Is it on him right now?
Yeah,
I mean,
we
I
just,
don't.
we just call it corruption. Some people call it end corruption. Some people call it the short death. Some
No,
people call
but
it.
anyone that we've encountered that is infected with the ichor, it basically suffers from like a necrosis.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the first stage.
How long does the first stage take to set in?
Depends. Could be minutes, could be hours, could be days or weeks. Depending on the person and depending on what hits you.
We've been with him for weeks now, and
Since he got corrupted?
Oh, that was in the battle.
I know.
I'll take that as
Yes.
a roll deception check.
Fuck. It's a 7. Can I use my D10?
You can, yeah.
I really wanted to see these guys here. Okay. 15.
15.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's new. Interesting. Still appears to be in, like, early stages. Huh. I'll let General Reeves know. He might want to do an autopsy afterward.
Fuck. Can't you just release him to our...
Oh, absolutely not. Any sign of infection could risk the lives of almost everybody.
Not
But
going to-
that's yeah. Well, you know what we might do? I might take a sample of one of his fins, like right now, and then we'll bring that to. It could save so many lives, even if it just delays it. Yeah,
Who are you bringing it to?
General, great.
While you're there, could you just leave some diamonds by this cell? That's all
We
I
can
ask.
just go ask him.
You want to
Apparently
just
they're just
come with me and
laying
ask him
around.
if he wants some of his diamond? It was
Yes.
it was
Yes,
an old
I would
pet
like-
project he was working on.
All right.
I would like
I'm
to
not
ask
going.
him
He
Since
doesn't seem to
abandoned.
like me very much.
Let's just go ask for some diamonds.
Go ask
ask
Leon.
And we can
Diamonds.
step out and discuss what we're
He
going to do.
was obsessed with diamonds a while back, but doesn't seem like he cares as much.
Okay. Fire hair, lead the way.
All right, and he leads you back to the, or she leads you back to the workshop proper, where General Greaves appears to be like kind of churning out some sort of a boot that, for some reason, makes a humming noise that you don't know why. As
know
like
this.
humming boot, these like humming pairs of boots. They just look like regular pairs of boots, and you see General
That
Greaves
is
like
the
put his
most-
ears up against.
Curious musical instrument
Ha!
I've ever heard.
It's not a musical instrument. It's
I mean, it is making noise.
I mean, it's right. You wouldn't understand.
No. But I could use some diamonds. Is that alright?
Diamonds?
Yeah. I brought Bastion back to life with some. Not very long
Oh,
ago.
yeah. No, I know how that worked. Yeah, no. It's been a while since.
Oh, wow, since what?
We've had a conventional death for that to work. So,
But it does still work, right?
not on the corrupted. Well, if you don't want to bring him back after that, really. If you do, you just get twice as much corruption. Imagine stopping a cannonball moving through the air because you get a cannonball, right? Someone's passing by you, you stop the cannonball, great, cool. But imagine then a spell that would put the cannonball back. It's coming at you or something, right? That would put the cannonball back in its place so it doesn't hit you. It just continues its momentum. So people that die from corruption, unless we incinerate them, if we're trying to bring them back, we just bring them back to the brink of death before they start to get taken over, and they just experience more pain. Doesn't get rid of the corruption. We've tried.
Makes sense.
I have I've tried. A lot.
Well, if it's no trouble to you, might we still have some? We have some conventional party members that
Yeah. I mean,
could still work on.
do you want to just? I'll just put you in the crystal room, and you can have whatever you like.
Thank you.
Sure. Tintinabulation, activate protocol. Supermarket sweep.
Sounds good. Bring, bring. You ready to go on a shopping episode?
Absolutely.
Come with me. You will go into the room of the crystals and we shall get some stuff. Come with me and you'll see the world of crystals and your imagination.
Have they left me alone, or am I still being watched?
Did you say so? You mean have they left you alone?
Yeah.
The blonde and brunette have left.
Am I?
The
am I
redhead
under
is
surveillance?
kind of taking their time, but
It's just gizmos.
the redhead
think
is
it's
just
more
kind of
of
like
constabulation.
has had like a little bit of
Serious
rapport
candy.
with you, and they're just kind of putting their stuff away, and every once in a while, they're like
Drawing
just
a
look at you, just
mustache.
check you out, to be like, are they gonna wake up yet? Huh, wow. These people look like humans. So if it is to be believed that it has been at least between 50 and 150 years since that has happened, these humans are too young to have ever seen it. So for them to have seen what an actual elfin trance looks like without being members of the Ehrenbach Nation,
They'd have to be no good city rats sneaking into their elfish friends'
Or-
windows.
have one of the elves be part of the Valkyries, and all of them seem to be human.
If I'm left alone, let me know.
Yeah, won't happen for a little bit.
That's
It
fine.
probably will only happen until they leave proper.
We're shopping, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you enter. So there is a big like blast door, like in a submarine, like one of those. What do they call it? Like a
Port
the
door,
it's
like
like
that?
it's one of those airtight
airlock.
airlock door,
Yeah.
something like that. But it's got that thing, shink, and then it opens up. It looks salvaged too. This thing looks like it probably has some like brackish, like wear on it. And then as it opens, there's this like just absolutely blinding light coming from inside. It's just this white and yellow and red and blue and green. It's just like, it's not rainbow. It's just a lot, very, very bright light. And
That's what greed looks like.
you step in, and the floor, the walls, and the ceiling are just covered with stalactites, stalagmites, and striations, and like just so many different crystals and gems.
Wait.
That's my gem lab. I don't really do much of it anymore because there's not a whole lot to, except for a couple gems. There's not really. Was really useful during the fights of the fall, but now anybody who dies is just that's it.
Well, let's grab a couple.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, I should probably let you know if you try to use it on somebody who has even the smallest bit of contact with one of the resin creatures, it may work the first time, and it may work the second time, or it may not. Third time, all bets are pretty much off.
We'll keep that in mind. Learn something new every day.
Take whatever you like, just at least leave more than half of whatever's there so that I can regrow.
Oh, I doubt we'll need that much, but I appreciate your generosity.
How many diamonds would you like to take? These are
They need to
uncut,
be
raw,
worth-
growing, laboratory-grown diamonds. So it means that you'll need a larger portion of them to have the equivalence of how much they would be worth in the previous.
Yeah,
Period.
so
Maybe 5 portions worth.
if
You'll
that's
need a
count-
diamond about the size of your fist in this size in order
Uh-huh.
to get a 50 gold diamond, just because they're low density, large, different type of thing. Usually the way that you understand in CrestVahllen the way diamonds grow. I believe Oscar, you probably would have the most knowledge with this, just because you were right in the razor fang. It would be that
300 gold pieces.
once they reach their actual shape, they just then start to grow out. But if you don't get that like shape right, they just kind of start to mutate and form weird. And so they need something to grow upon. So
Yeah, we'll take enough for a few casts of the spell if that's possible.
yeah, take whatever you like.
Do you need assistance in procuring the
Yes.
crystals?
And are you able to turn them into dust?
I may be able to.
For the sake of time.
They take out their hand, just real quickly. Warhammer appears on there and just starts whacking things down.
There's just like the slow motion, just crystal just traveling through the air as you like
It's so beautiful.
turn your face and try to close your eyes as a bunch of just spray of
I
dust and
just
sharp
sprayed
crystal.
some of it in.
I wish I could describe to you what this looks like. And
So, for the sake of time, you guys can pretty much have as much as you like. It is bulky and it is big. A diamond worth 50 gold is this big. You need a diamond worth 300 and for each cast.
So 6 fists worth.
So you
of-
need 6 fists worth of diamonds here. There's a lot here. You can get as much as you like, but this is, you guys don't have a bag of holding or anything like that. So this is a lot of stuff to carry with you.
Yeah, well,
There are also sapphires, jets, rubies, and
say maybe only
topazes here.
for 2 casts then.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Probably don't have much space left. I don't think we're keeping that close a
my
track
little
of what all we have. But
satchel
I
here
mean,
can have
basically it's potions, 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 and more potions in my backpack.
You finally see the redhead kind of turn around, look at you.
No, I mean, did I get thrown into the cell with my stuff on me? So you guys have the skin bag.
Yeah, if you want to grab it.
I mean, sure.
you
Let's
see the
fill up
redhead
the skin bag with fucking
Turn
diamonds.
back at you and be like, and then go off.
Wait, so you grab the skin back?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we would have grabbed his stuff. Not
Yeah,
just
that'd
leave
probably
it
be
there
one of the
on
first things you do when you
What
got
is
here.
that or in this thing?
It's made of
It's leather.
leather.
Human leather.
What do you
Faust
do?
would say it's
'Cause I want to know what's going on here.
leather.
Like a clear ice cube.
Don't think about it too
in a
much.
glass of water.
Sure.
Is it
A small
useful?
blob of gel sinks to the bottom of my cell
Uh-huh.
and starts to feed.
Tumor goose.
This chamber is mostly metal. You start to see a small, like, Shawshank Redemption tunnel being
Nobody
created.
would see it
Nobody would see it.
because it's clear gel
Mhm.
and clear liquid.
Yeah, I think the only thing at some point maybe some shadows or anything. Also,
The corrosion of the metal.
Adam, I know you,
Yeah.
and you're fighting against your own mind. There's no way that Giz did not think about that.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's some sort of perimeter alarm.
Oh. He
So-
probably.
Yeah, several of
Oh.
those. So here's the deal. It's more about is Giz paying attention to see the perimeter alarm go off in one of his monitors.
This thing can be made of pet.
Yeah. Oh, this thing is happy to. He's not paying attention. He's way too involved in what's going on. So yeah, you're trying to slowly Shawshank Redemption your way out of here. Cool, and put thousands of lives at risk. You got it.
It'll be fine if you fix all this and go back in the past. Don't worry.
Is that was Mally saying that too? It's like it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna make it fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, DM. Okay, so
They're landers.
I believe you wanted to go for a photosynthesis.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just narrate this thing because you guys are headed outside after
Yeah.
you get your gems, right? Close up the thing. You can get as much gems as you like. I'll just say to make it easy, 600 gold worth of diamonds. You can get 200 gold worth of sapphires, 200 gems gold worth of rubies, and 200 gems gold worth of emerald. Should you wish to. These are all very large and low density, so it's not something like
Well,
this is laboratory grown.
yeah, the lab grown stuff is like not useful here. Do we care about the other kinds of gems? Do they help with anything else, or do we just want diamonds for potential revivifies?
I'm only concerned for diamonds.
Yeah, same.
Okay. So eventually you guys are led to the exit to this stronghold or chamber or whatever. These big metal, like interlocking, there's like a bunch of gears on them, and all these gears appear to work some sort of like cross-working locking mechanisms. And there's like, and then there's a bunch of other sounds like bing, boom, boom, boom.
And this is hydroponics.
This is not quite hydroponics yet. We are just exiting.
As
One
these
moment,
big double
please.
doors open, they're like 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide. And you step out into the extremely bright sun. Beautiful, beautifully laid, polished granite and marble stone on the ground that leads into a courtyard of what would have been a beautiful sort of fountain that now is just kind of like bubbling up. There's a bunch of ruins, but also because of where this place is and it's kind of above, it's still stunningly beautiful and hasn't really had to deal with the elements at all. So it's just as beautiful as it was when it was made. But you do notice that as you finally step out on it, there's like a 3-degree list. We're not perfectly flat. Like the whole city is at like a 3-degree list, except for where you just came from. Like it's on a little bit of a gyroscope almost. And you turn around and you look, and this is a big old like watchtower building with, and you look above and you see what looks like an observatory type building, some sort of like star telescope. And it all seems just a little bit detached from the island itself, and it appears to like be. You've seen those houses in those deep hills of California where they're like the road may be super steep, but the houses is built flat. It's kind of like this building was made to just kind of like make sure it's level with the ground rather than the city. You see a few people moving around, some corvid, black-feathered, bipedal humanoids. A smattering of a bunch of other races, human, tiefling, that's not a whole lot, but they are moving about as you walk through this courtyard. And you fall tintinabulation to where it is that you are headed. And one of the things you notice is that some of the statues have remnants of what appear to be elven iconography.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does any of this architecture look familiar?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check at advantage.
15.
15. Okay, that's a good one.
Yes.
It looks vaguely familiar, like almost an offshoot or a dialect upon what it is that you know. But you do, once you like kind of curve a hedge and come across one fountain that is intact, and there is this arms outstretched, kind of like chest up, purely elven individual in like marble and granite amalgamation that which the well is just the fountain is the whatever pipes in it aren't like quite right, so it's just kind of like constantly squirting in like a wrong direction. But the actual statue itself is in perfect condition, and this elf is mostly unrobed except for where it counts, and in like very elegantly though. Nothing like too, and it's actually rather androgynous as well. But one of the things that strikes you the most is a pair of wings that just completely grows out of the back of this elf. And that's where we're going to end our session, guys. We'll pick it up next time. Thank you guys so much, and as always, stay safe out there. Bye.